The Last of Us Season 2 is so bad, it actually made fans appreciate the second game. Now, I'm not here to rant about how bad it is or roast Bella Ramsey. Okay, sorry, but really, Bella gets a lot of hate, and honestly, none of this is her fault. It's theirs.
I'm gonna be a dad. It's wonderful.
Anyways, after some brainstorming, I came up with 9 episodes that could actually improve the show. But before we begin, first things first, we all can agree that Ellie was easily the worst part of the show, so we're sticking with the game Ellie. I just restructured everything to tell a tighter and more complete story, and even though I'm not a fan, I actually stuck to the source material. Now the thing is, The Last of Us Part 2 had a divisive story. It wasn't for everyone, and I certainly didn't like it, but there are people who actually loved it. With the show, the creators had an opportunity to fix some of the problems with the story. They somehow managed to drop the ball so hard, people wish Joel never saved Ellie in the first place. Now, instead of dragging this thing out for 2 more seasons just to milk the IP, I'm wrapping it all up in just 9 episodes. So if you somehow like the show and actually look forward to the next season, you have 3 seconds to click off the video. Alright then, let's begin. We start just like the game did. While cleaning his guitar, Joel tells Tommy about what happened back at the hospital. Later he goes to Ellie, he plays her a song, and gives her the guitar. It's a sweet and wholesome moment. Then after 4 years, things are weird between Joel and Ellie. But you know what he does not do? Go to f***ing therapy and cry about it. He lives with it. Well, I mean, until the end of the episode. But anyways, here I'm making some changes because let's be honest, they butchered Joel's death in the game and the show. So here's how it goes. There are reports of some people who went missing out on patrol. Joel and Tommy, along with some other crew members, settle up to investigate. Meanwhile, Abby and her crew are out there and they're looking for someone. They spot Joel's crew near the hideout and they set up an ambush. And just as Joel's crew arrives, all hell breaks loose. People on both sides die. But since Joel's group walked straight into it, they take heavy losses. Tommy gets shot in the process and Joel gets captured. They drag him inside the house. He's injured but still fights back and even manages to kill one more of Abby's friends. He's outnumbered, so he's quickly taken down. And you know the best part? There is no 5-minute monologue. Back in Jackson, Ellie has this sinking feeling in her gut that something's wrong. She heads out to find Joel and tracks them down. She finds Tommy. He's wounded but he's trying to get to Joel. So they both rush into the house, but it's too late. They're outnumbered and get taken down, forced to watch as the nightmare unfolds right in front of them. Abby kills Joel. A younger Abby and her dad are walking through the woods. They come across a zebra tangled in barbed wire, so they set it free, just like in the game. Then Owen shows up.
That girl showed up. What girl? The one Marlene keeps talking about. They found her in the tunnels. She has an old bite mark on her arm. No signs of infection.
Abby's dad goes to the hospital and she follows him, but suddenly she's all alone in the hospital with alarms blaring. She walks through a bloody corridor and pushes open the door to the operating room, only to see herself standing over her dead father, holding a golf club. She screams and tries to stop it, but she can't, and just like that, she wakes up shaken to the core. This is to show that Abby is not a cold-blooded killer. She was a loving and caring daughter, only consumed by vengeance. And now that it's over, she's haunted by it. A few minutes later, Manny arrives. He tells her Owen is still missing and they both leave for patrol. Meanwhile, back at Jackson, Ellie tells Dina that she's going to find them and is setting out the next morning. Dina tries to stop her, but she knows nothing will change her mind and she can't do it alone. So she also decides to join Ellie. Next morning, after visiting Joel's grave, they go to his house to get some stuff. Later, they meet up with Maria, who tells them that Tommy has already left for Seattle as well, and asks them to bring him back in one piece. Ellie and Dina leave too, and as they ride away, the episode ends. Ellie and Dina arrive in Seattle. And no, this is not some casual morning stroll. They have to sneak around alleyways, cut through broken buildings, dodging patrols left and right. As they push deeper, they start to piece things together. The WLF are at war with the Seraphites or Scars or whatever. Following the trail of dead bodies left by Tommy, they reach a TV station where they find Abby's friend Leah, who's been killed by the Scars. Before they can make sense of anything, they're attacked by Jordan, another one of Abby's friends. Ellie and Dina fight back and manage to take him down as well. Ellie grabs his comms and whatever supplies she can and they bail out. Now we see Abby and her friends coming back from the patrol and are going to see Isaac. Isaac tells them Owen shot a fellow soldier to protect his car, so he's a traitor. Abby wants to find Owen and figure out what's actually going on, but Isaac stops her. He wants to launch a full-scale invasion on the island where the Scars are holed up, and here I'm making some changes, cause no, Abby is not a leader. Isaac just wants all hands on deck for the invasion. That's it. Abby still decides to find Owen anyways. Manny helps her sneak out the facility, and while on her way to the aquarium, Abby gets ambushed by the Scars. She fights back, but she's outnumbered and gets taken captive. We start with a flashback. Just days before Joel's death, Abby and Owen are at the aquarium. She tells him she found Joel's brother. This is to show her obsession with revenge. Now cut back to the present. Abby wakes up. She is tied up and about to be hanged. Another rogue Scar is brought in beside her, a woman named Yara. They're just about to be executed, but then arrows fly in. Abby and Yara capitalize on the situation and fight back to get free. The one shooting arrows is Lev, Yara's younger sister turned brother. Now Yara is badly hurt, so both the siblings decide to team up with Abby. Here we get some more action against the infected. They reach an abandoned shelter where Abby patches up Yara and then sets out to find Owen. She returns to the aquarium, but no one's there. Eventually, Abby finds a boat docked nearby, and that's where she finds Owen. He tells her how he could not kill an old Seraphite and then had to kill his fellow soldier Danny in self-defense. He's done with it. He wants to leave it all behind and go to Santa Barbara, where the Fireflies are rumored to be hanging out. Now, Abby's not having it, so they argue, she gets pissed and storms out. Yeah, we're skipping this pointless sex scene, thank me later. Now back in the city, Ellie and Dina are trying to find a place to set up a base of operations. Here I'm making some changes because taking shelter in a big ass theater doesn't really make sense. So they take shelter in a random ass building, one of the upper floors, which is also a good vantage point to keep an eye on what's going on. Now as soon as they reach the safe house, Dina throws up, and that's when she tells Ellie,
I think I'm pregnant.
Ellie calls her a burden and storms off. And obviously there are no random guitars lying around in perfect condition ready to be played after 25 years, so Ellie just sits down. Here we get another flashback of Joel teaching Ellie how to play a guitar. Ellie then calms down, regains control, and goes back to Dina, who's already using the comms trying to locate Abby. They hear chatter on the radio that there's a lone male trespasser. Ellie assumes it's Tommy and heads out alone, well, for obvious reasons.
I'm pregnant.
We get some more stealth action here, and when Ellie finally reaches the location, the trespasser turns out to be Jesse. They team up, fight their way out, and finally get back to safety. Abby has another nightmare similar to the first one, but this time when she opens the door, it's not her father, it's Yara and Lev. She wakes up and decides to go check up on them. When she gets there, the whole area is crawling with Scars. Abby cuts through them and finds Lev and Yara just hanging on. Yara's getting worse, so Abby decides to take them to the aquarium because it's safe and she might be able to save Yara. At the aquarium, Mel tells Abby they'll need proper medical supplies, so Abby has to go to the hospital, which is a wolf stronghold. Abby sneaks into the hospital, but the wolves capture her since she kinda went rogue. Back at the safe house, Ellie and Dina hear chatter on the comms that Abby is at the hospital. Ellie prepares to go at once. She infiltrates the hospital, and in that chaos, Nora frees Abby and gives her the supplies she needs. Abby sneaks out and heads back to the aquarium with Lev. Ellie then finds Nora and remembers her from the scene of Joel's death. Nora runs off and Ellie chases her.
I'm not giving up, my friend.
This is a flashback episode. Ellie comes back bloody, and while Dina gets her cleaned up, we jump back to Ellie's birthday. Joel takes her to a museum, a warm, wholesome memory, no big changes here. After a year though, Ellie and Joel are out on patrol. One of the other guys gets bit. He wants to go home, see his wife one last time, but Joel kills him quickly, giving him an easy death. When they go back, Joel lies to the wife that her husband was brave and took his own life. Now here Ellie would keep her mouth shut. No matter what Joel did, Ellie should respect him. But she does realize something. Joel does what he thinks is right and then lies to protect people from the truth. This weakens her trust in Joel, and eventually she decides to go to the hospital to find out what really happened. She then finds some audio logs and confronts Joel.
Don't you fucking touch me! I'll go back. But we're done.
Yara's almost recovered. Owen invites her and Lev to join him on his journey to Santa Barbara. Yara is willing to go, but Lev does not want to leave Seattle, so they argue. Lev still believes that he can convince their mother to accept him and come with them. Yara is sure that she'd kill him the moment she saw him, but Lev doesn't listen and runs off back to the village on his own. Abby and Yara quickly set out to go after him, while Mel and Owen stay back at the aquarium to prepare the sailboat. On the road, Abby runs into Manny and an unknown sniper. Now here Manny dies and Abby comes face to face with the sniper, only to realize it's Tommy. Tommy and Abby fight, and just as he's about to finish her, Yara intervenes and saves her. They get to a boat and head off to find Lev. Back at the safe house, Ellie gears up and Jesse tells her they have traced Abby's last known location to the aquarium. They head out together, but on the way they overhear WLF soldiers talking about someone matching the description of Tommy. Jesse wants to find him, but Ellie is dead set on finding Abby. So they split up. Jesse goes to find Tommy and Ellie heads to the aquarium. She deals with some infected and scars on the way, and once she reaches the aquarium, inside she hears Mel and Owen arguing about Abby.
Tell me where Abby is.
Where the fuck is she?
Tommy arrives there and finds Ellie sitting alone, broken down, crying. He tells Ellie it's fine and takes her away. Even though the whole map slip-up feels dumb, I'm too lazy to fix it. So to justify it, Ellie, in the state she is in, just forgets it. Tommy doesn't notice it, and Jesse is guarding the door outside. This is an action-packed episode. Abby and Yara reach the island looking for Lev. The place is crawling with scars and there's some stealth action here. Eventually they reach Yara's old home and find the mom dead. Lev sitting there crying. He tried to make her understand, but she wouldn't listen. Just like Yara said, the moment their mother saw him, she tried to kill him. But before they could get off the island, things get worse. The wolf invasion begins. Now Abby is caught in the middle of it all. She's now a full-blown traitor and fights both the wolves and the scars to get Lev out alive. Yara doesn't make it. She's shot in the chaos. Lev and Abby have to leave her behind. They fight their way through a burning, war-torn island and finally reach a boat, leaving behind a land engulfed in flames. Later they reach the aquarium and Abby's world comes crashing down when she finds Owen and Mel dead. Back at the hideout, Ellie, Tommy and Jesse are talking when Tommy goes out to do something. I'm not a fan of this, but the rest of it plays out just like the game as well. Jesse dies, Abby comes face to face with Ellie and they fight. Abby gains the upper hand and is beating Ellie to a pulp when Dina intervenes. Abby pins her down as well and is about to kill her, but Lev steps in.
Don't ever let me see you again. Come on.
Ellie and Dina now live a quiet, peaceful life on a farm, raising Jesse's kid. But Ellie has PTSD, and she can't leave the past behind. Even though she's living a life of peace and meaning, something still feels missing. Then one day Tommy shows up with information about Abby being near Santa Barbara. Ellie tells him no and says she's moved on. But in reality, she can't let it go, and Dina knows it. Ellie decides to leave in the cover of night, but despite Dina's pleas, she's determined to go. Now in Santa Barbara, Abby and Lev are trying to find the Fireflies, but they walk into an ambush by another faction present there, the Rattlers. Abby and Lev try to fight back, but the Rattlers capture them both. After a few days, Ellie arrives in Santa Barbara, and of course she also runs into these Rattlers. Ellie sneaks around, taking down a lot of them, and also frees many prisoners along the way. Finally, she finds Abby. Now here I made a big change, because I don't have enough media literacy to make sense of the original ending. Ellie takes out her knife and tells Abby to stop. Abby turns around, she's beaten, weak, and barely standing. Ellie looks at her, then looks at Lev, and he's all Abby has left. In that moment, Ellie realizes that Abby has lost everything, while she has a home and people who love her. After some thinking, Ellie puts her knife away and lets them go. Abby thanks her and sets off. Ellie drops to her knees right there, and here we get this flashback.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
Yeah. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I'd like that.
Now please don't hate me. I'm not a professional writer, but if you think this version was better than what we got in the show, let me know down in the comments. And if you have a better take or a different idea, I'd love to hear it. I appreciate good storytelling and creativity. Please drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you like the video, because I work really hard on making these videos. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.